tonight. We're gonna look at plans and elevation sections and elevations. So this would be the handout. I'm just gonna share it out real quick here. On the back side is a nice write-up as well. And then we'll get to the fourth little section about tracing much later. But let's take a look at what are we trying to create here. An example of a set of plans is what you would be taking to your client. And it might have a cover page on it that has something that would entice them to open this set of plans that you've given them. And I've left some plans out in the back of the, and also have some here. So we'll go through this as quickly as we can so all of you can take a look at these, because this is not the sort of thing that you just see from here. So
let me interject one thing. This is a half-size set of plans. So that means this was twice as high and twice as wide. And it's reduced in size, which means you need a magnifying glass to read some of the print, but mainly because making, as some of you have already learned, making those great big sheets is expensive. So oftentimes when there's a whole project, it's just the smaller sheets.
right. So the larger sheets, like the originals, are on the back, in the back there, and I just, because these were a handy size, I could bring up to the front of the classroom. That's what I've done.
And you don't draw this small. You draw really big and then you reduce them.
Reduce it by half. So, well, let's just start with the basics. Okay, so what's a plan? What's an elevation? What's a section? So, a plan of our example. This is we need something identifiable. We've already talked about graphics there. What a plan of a tree looks like is a circle, and it has a circle or a cross, depending on if it's a new plant or an existing plant. It might be a conifer. This one started out. This is what we're interested in as landscapers, are all the trees and shrubs. But then in elevation, what would that tree look like? Well, here's a very sad-looking deciduous tree, or a conifer that's lost all its trees. But the point is, we want to get to, and now I'm going to, okay, all right. The point being, we want to get to what's going on our drawing. A plan is looking down from above. So we're up at 30,000 feet, and we're looking down at what the property is. So, for example, what you just drew for your homework, here's our house. So we're looking at, so sorry. Much better last. All right, so what does this house look like? And you'll find out in later classes where you're doing water studies, it's very important to know how the water is coming off the house, and you're going to want to know what the roof lines are. So that's why I wrote this one. So, but for tonight, we just want to know what this looks like. So go ahead, and we're going to look at what this, Nancy, maybe you're going to have to walk us around.
Yeah.
We'll take the dog out.
Does it lock somehow?
No, it doesn't.
Oh, okay.
But it has a peak.
Which way are you doing it? Oh, you're doing it this
And
direction.
it has
Okay.
a
Take
peak.
it,
Big problem.
I can
put
just.
strips of tape on top of
Okay, so you guys are doing a plan view of this house, and now that you're all excellent sketchers.
So think of it, if you were just looking straight down at the house, that you'd see this section over here, and I'll just draw it a little bit bigger, and that would be the roof line. Does that make sense to everybody, and everybody following along?
Do you use the term bird's eye view?
Yes, a bird's eye view, absolutely. Yeah, I'm looking straight down. Okay, this is as far as we're just doing the overview right now. So then an elevation would be the front of the house,
Or the side.
or the side.
How about that?
So why don't you
There
turn
you
that
go.
for 'em?
Okay, so elevation is adding another dimension. You know, you don't know how tall something is until you do an elevation. This could be, who knows, it could be a doghouse in the plan view. But as soon as you do an elevation and add some height to it, so now you guys are supposed to do an elevation of that side of the house. What's
So
that look like?
you're just looking at two rectangles, right? Cause there's no,
When you're looking at
no
something straight on,
perspective to
you
it.
can't tell if it's, I mean, when you look at a round table from an elevation, you can't tell it's a round table. Until you combine the plan and the elevation, you don't know if it's a round table or a square table. It's from straight on, so it's not tilted. From straight on, it's just flat.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then the section, is when you open it up and you're actually looking inside the house.
You're seeing things that you didn't see in the elevation that are inside. So what would be important in a section in landscape design? In a building, yes, to know where the windows and doors are, and how about on the property other than the dwelling? Oh, well, now you're supposed to be drawing the inside wells.
I'm just giving an example. But we do use sections a lot in our detail drawings so that you can explain how the fountain is attached to the stone wall. And so that you might use a section in your detail drawing of showing how the gate hardware is actually attached, or how the fence, what the detailing on it really looks like.
Or the stairs on your deck, or the stone wall where it meets the built-in
Or how it comes
patio.
down, how it comes down to grade. So, everybody clear on bird's eye is the plan, elevation, and the section, so we've opened it up.
So the elevation again is any side of the structure?
Right,
Yeah.
right, just looking at it,
And
it,
it's
it,
straight up.
in this three-dimensional object becomes two-dimensional in an elevation plan. Okay, so I put up some examples here, and then, I wanna make sure that we have enough time to be able to look at all of these examples as well. But this was an example we did actually in class. It was the Phillips collection, so here's the outline of the main building. And then the extension, the new addition to the, museum. So I went ahead, because if I have everything for this particular project needed to be on one page, I used an elevation that was looking at what I was doing. These red lines were these, sandstone, wall sculptures and a seat wall that you could sit in front of, and then echoed in the back here. So this is the stone wall, and showing the trees that were behind it here. And then these sweeping lines were the evergreens that had been clipped in a sweeping manner, so that you could get an elevation to better read this plan. Same with this. This shows a section of it, so cutting across this way. So here's the building, here's the U that's 5 feet wide, and here's the U in front of it, because they were clipped so that when one was going up, then one was going down. So these are the two U's, and the Ilex reticulata that was behind the 30-inch wall. And then this was a planting bed and a seating wall here at the walkway. Another example of sometimes you need to put a key in on things, so it's like a legend. You don't always use it on plans, but for this it made sense because there wasn't enough information that was needed on the plan, but you wanted to give an idea if this was a deciduous tree or a conifer, so a key made great sense here. Moving on to another set of plans, this was my thesis project, and these little dash lines.
Do you mind if we come up closer while you?
Not at all.
Oh, no, come on up. Come on up. On on a set of plans, you'll have to see, contour lines or, denoting the topography of the space. So these are the contour lines of these small dashed lines. It's different than the dashed line of the property line, and they're very lightweight, and they go all the way across and go all out of the perimeter of the plan itself. And then they're marked with their elevation, so that 220, 230, 240, either 10 or 2 or 5 foot increments. It does vary. And the number is always on the top of the, so this is the uphill, 240, the number is written on the top of the line, so that you have an idea that this is taller than this, but this is 200 and this is 250. So over the course of this property, it drops 50 feet.
So the slope, it tells you.
It tells you the slope, yes, exactly. So I know when we did this in class, it was a million years ago.
It was the first time I ever thought about it. So if you're looking at this in plan, you see what is there. But then if you look at it in section, it looks like this. So in plan, it just looks like, oh, flat lines. Yeah. Oh, but not really. So when you look, I'm sorry.
No, this was the detail drawing that I grew up with showing this section. So this is up at the 250, and it goes down and then drops dramatically down to the bathhouse, and then down to the deck where the swimming pool is, and then continues to drop to the end of the property line, and then down into the creek, and then comes back up.
And these are on the same scale, right, Jim? Yes. Okay, so what you can really see when you look at both of these at the same time is that from the plan view, you miss all this drama here and all this action. And until you take these lines and you actually, when you're starting to do the rough draft of this, you line these up exactly the way Julie has them here, and you just bring these lines down.
Because the section line, oh, it's not on this plan, but the section line was going right through here. So I literally ran it from the entrance of the parking lot through the corner of the bathhouse, so I got the bathhouse in and the pool, and I wanted to come out where the bottom of the creek was. So the section line went right through here. And that's shown
This is
on
your
the-
original, right? You don't want to draw it.
No, it's okay. That's an extra.
So how did you get the topography of it all like that?
Somebody said, and here it is.
No, you have to figure it out.
So, is there one T-square here? Yeah. One T-square coming right up. Great, we're gonna show you how to draw a section line, because you're gonna do that on your assignment. So, this may not be exactly as it was, but so here's how, and then the section, I'm looking this way, so your line will go this way with an arrow. That's not a very nice arrow. And the line goes up. And then I'm gonna call this section AA. Now, I'm not gonna draw on this one because that wasn't my original. So I would label this section AA. And here's a little mini of
Oh,
it.
that's perfect.
So we'll draw a section down here. So let's start with something,
We can do another one?
yeah, okay. Let's make this one. Okay, so, we know we're starting at, here's 230 and here's 240. So when I cross the property line, I'm going to come straight down, and you just do this with a piece of trace over your drawing. And I'm going to arbitrarily, because I only have this much room to draw in, I'm going to label this ideally, I'd love to know that it was right at 240, but I'm gonna, extrapolate that it's at 235. And I know down here, and I would be using my two-square and a triangle and drawing straight lines now, that this is gonna be, I want it at 200. So then I would take my scale, and depending on what,
Scale, 1 inch equals 30 feet.
okay, 30. So we'll call this 235, so 5 feet later. So here's 230, and there's 10 feet.
This was 1 to 10.
I'll do it up.
Oh, got it, okay.
So it would be lovely and exaggerated for the presentation. And more feet, this is 200. Okay, so my first.
Just call for your tools.
So at 235, that's my, we'll call this the parking lot.
Now, this is more than you need to know for your first project, but this is the whole process.
Right. And then I'm just gonna go to the building, to be able to get a building line in here, and so this is, we'll call this the elevation of this building, and that is at 210, between 210, so here's here. And my building is 10 feet tall, so I would use my scale. And there's my exterior of the building. I know it has a peak roof, so there's my building.
Do you want to show them like lines going straight across here so they can see how you're getting that?
Sure.
And turn this over.
Sure. So I would have gone over here, and there's 220. Okay, so then take, if this is where my T10 is here's where my bottom is, and let's figure out the pool. It's between, we'll trace it out, 200, and the next one is 190. So I come over to where my pool intersects, 200.
You guys kind of get the hang of this. She's going from the plan and then pulling them down to a line across the bottom. Just to note like where they are. So like one end of the house is here, one end of the house is here.
And is there a reason you're doing it on diagonal and not straight?
On yours, for your homework, you're definitely gonna wanna do them straight. This was because this is the way this property fell,
Okay.
and I had this as an extra piece of paper, so I just brought it in. So,
Wait, and this one?
yeah, it will be much easier when you're looking at your, homework to take it straight across the house, okay? But for instance, here's where the parking lot is, and then we go down to the boathouse, and then down to the pool. On one, we want the deck to be level with the top of the pool, not the bottom of the pool. And then this was where the deck ended, and we went down to the little stream.
So it's this but in a smaller version. But this one is pulled right off the plan. So you just pull everything straight down. And you do the same thing with an elevation. So
If you were looking at what I do is take the trace and just literally just pull your trace if you're the assignment that we're giving you, it is squared, so take this and go square it up. But literally, if it's not square, you can just do your tissues and pull off this way. Does that make sense?
No.
Or
Because
go
if,
this way.
because the house could be like this, the house could be like this. If the house is at an angle like this, what you're seeing is this line, and this line, so you're actually seeing 3 lines, so you have to bring them all down. Yeah. So it's, for starters, it's this or this. You don't have to look at anything on a diagonal, because that gets a little bit confusing.
Okay, two more examples here, just to build an elevation drawing there. Again, you're taking a 3-dimensional item and making it flat. You're only looking at one side of it. So if you could squish me in a book, then you could only just see the front view and the side view, but you can only see one side of it.
So there's no perspective to it, or there's not supposed to be.
Right.
So
Okay.
that front elevation looks kind of weird because it shows the roof.
Yes, that is what you're looking at.
Oh,
That-
it is?
It is.
Oh, okay.
Yes, it has a funny hip group like that. Yeah.
And here are the people,
Yep.
giving you a better idea of proportion. And this one's super cute.
All right, let's take a break and just answer questions.